Welcome to Life Interrupted. I'm Harry Hoffmeyer. Today I want to introduce you to ground zero. Ground zero is the bottom of the pit where you land when crisis strips the meaning of things you value. In Marvel's movie The Punisher, the hero Frank Castle says, "I have nothing to lose, so that makes me the most dangerous man you've ever met." Frank Castle is at ground zero. If life is one line and death another, these two lines start out as one. They separate when we are born and are pushed further apart as life happens. We do whatever it takes to build a massive, noisy buffer between these lines, a buffer made of assets and importance, houses, cars, titles. We think that as long as we keep this buffer thick, we are safe from death. In this show, I want us to strip away the buffer and the padding. I'm taking you to ground zero, where the lines of life and death are one. Now, to do so, we need to ask, who are you without your house, without your car, without your job title, without the reflection you see in the mirror every day, without your clothes, without your makeup? Who are you when everything you value loses meaning? Let's look at the mechanics of these two lines. Life is success, and death is ultimate failure. But at ground zero, these two lines snap together. When they merge, the allure of death isn't about ending. It's about the total absence of clutter, of the noise. You see, death does not have a check-in desk for your baggage. No, not. In my 20s, I was a troubled youth, and there was a point where death made more sense than life, until someone taught me, let's not end your life. Let's rather end the noise that is making your life intolerable. In other words, let's dump your baggage and restart your life from ground zero. Ground zero is ultimate simplicity. On this single line, every breath you take isn't a right you have to fight for. It is a cosmic event signifying that you are alive. You are finally, brutally, and undeniably present within your own skin. No fakes, no frills, just presence. How does one get rid of the baggage? You've heard that your life passes in front of your eyes when death comes near. That's not a highlight reel of your life, no. It's a warehouse on fire. It's your subconscious frantically dumping decades of unsaid words, hidden shames, and unresolved trauma because the boundaries of your memory are slipping. In 2020, there was a night when my oncologist said, if he survives this night, he will live. If not, we tried our best. I remember lying in my bed and finding myself in the garden with my father, on the beach with my brothers, in our kitchen with the children, and then realizing I'm in the bed and the boundaries of my consciousness is slipping. I was floating through my subconscious warehouse and it was on fire. My entire life was beginning to pass before my eyes. Imagine if you cleared your warehouse right now. Imagine if you faced your hidden truths today, the mistakes, the corporate scavenging, the fears, the shame. If you had the courage to dump it all, you would most likely find dangerous boxes hidden in the corner, filled with unspeakable contents. Now is the time to find a psychologist or a trusted friend and to say, help me unpack a box of horror hidden between my memories. I had a box locked away that was labeled, abusing my lover. I did it. Locked with it was an older box labeled, hitting my father. I was an angry young man and Yeah, I did it. I did it. Another one was labeled lying about being raped. There was such a box. And next to it was another box labeled being victim of a sexual predator. Many more boxes with unspeakable contents were awaiting the day my boundaries failed to keep them hidden. My ground zero is a good place because I have been working very hard to empty the warehouse of my subconscious. It is not about exposing yourself to the world and posting it on Facebook. It is about facing your truth and forgiving yourself, releasing the hidden triggers in your mind. If you empty the subconscious now, the slideshow stops. What is left? Stillness. A calm that this world cannot touch. And more importantly, freedom from the fear of ground zero. Ground zero is the ultimate empowerment. I have been closer to the line between life and death than many. The journey of my stage 4 cancer and its remission took me there, and I've made friends with it. It doesn't scare me, it empowers me because it forces me to be authentic. You don't have to wait for a diagnosis to clear your warehouse. Merge the lines of life and death today. Unpack your baggage. Learn from me. The journey of life is so much better when you travel lightly. Your baggage sorted, and only the vital necessities in your overnight bag, consciously preserved and packed for when you need them. My name is Harry Hofmeyer. This is Life Interrupted. Stay with me.